Generations of Australian children have grown up hearing the heroic story of Private John Simpson Kirkpatrick and his donkey. But another partnership between man and beast, a much less heralded yet similarly heroic partnership, is what brings us here today. The man, Major Michael Shanahan; the beast, a cantankerous 730-kilo horse named Bill the Bastard. Michael Shanahan and Bill the Bastard. Nick, I'm going to ask you about the horse, Bill the Bastard. Tell us about him.
Well, you know, he was an incredible horse, and one of his particular jobs was to run the mail from the command headquarters to where the action was. All the troops used to bet on the fact whether Bill would make it, and used to zigzag his way under fire, carrying these bags of mail and deliver the mail.
Tell us about the man who, I guess, was famous for being, on top of him.
Yeah.
Michael Shanahan.
No Michael Shanahan, mate, and we don't sit here today. You refer to horses being broken. I don't think Bill was ever broken. He just conceded that he would live in peace with Michael Shanahan. That's all. But he won him over with, they said he had licorice in his pockets and he'd have little treats for him to try and win him over. And he just gradually, he was patient, he was kind, and he won him over, and he let him ride him. He was his horse in battle, and his probably finest hour was at Romani in 1916. They were fighting a fight and retreat, 100 yards, trying to run the Turks. They were totally outnumbered, trying to run them out of water. They were defending the sewers, and if they got through to control the sewers, they were in big trouble. So one night at Romani, there's 4 Tasmanian light horsemen had their horses shot out from under them, and he's a horse that would only let one bloke ride him. The story is he's supposed to put 4 on the one time. Now I think that might be a slight exaggeration, but
It's a big horse.
it's a big horse. Yeah, well,
It's a 730-kilo horse.
yeah, he's going to have about 400 kilos on him. Whether he did it in 2 goes or whatever, but he got him out. Later in that same engagement, Shanahan gets shot in the leg. He keeps fighting. Then Bill wakes up, there's not a lot of direction coming from above. He passes out, Shanahan, and the horse walks him back to the lines. Sad part of it, infection sets in. Shanahan loses his leg. That's the end of the war for Shanahan. He comes home and he has a job for 30 years as a lift driver in a Brisbane department store. The portrait of Shanahan, there's only 2 photographs we could find of Shanahan. One's of him with some nurses after he's had his leg cut off, and the ones that we got up on the there with him in uniform. So that was the one we went with. We're not here to glorify war. We're just to remember the blokes that just went through it and come out of it on the other side and then got on with their life.